Master Tavern Keeper's History of the Old World.
Do you think these war machines were inventions of the greenskins themselves?
Ah, well, that is a good question, my friend. But, alas, it is also something we will never know. Three months before the siege of Grimmenhagen, Graglug, chief of the Skull Cleaver Orcs, looked down at the mass of timber, rope, and metal before him and shook his head sadly.
Oi! Been worried about you, Broglod. You're going stunty. What do you mean? I'm as tall as you any day. Nah, not stunty. Stunty. All this making stuff ain't right. Know what orcs do. Bet you don't even know where your sword is and all that junk. I can find it quick enough if you want to make something of it, even if you are the chief. But all this stuff, what's it for? It's a weapon. A weapon? A weapon? Have you any idea how many clubs and cleavers and skull crumpers and bone snappers you could make with that lot? And you're gonna make one weapon out of the whole lot? Daft you are. You'll never be able to pick it up, let alone swing it. Not that sort of weapon. A special one. Give us an hand and I'll show you. Here, grab this.
A heavy wooden beam was thrust into Graglug's hands, and before he had chance to protest that manual labour was beneath his dignity as a chief, he found himself lashing it to the framework that Broglod had built.
That's the way. Now we can put the wheels on. Wheels? You're not thinking, are ya? I mean, if we need to build a cart to move it about on, how are you gonna swing it? You'll see. Just wait.
By now, a small crowd of orcs had gathered round, watching the strange spectacle of their chief helping Broglod, the fruitcake, build the strange construction. Next, Broglod bolted a huge and ugly carved face to the front of the structure.
It looks just like you, Chief. Oi, watch it.
Graglug clapped his hand over his eyes as Broglod dragged from his cave a huge, twisted piece of thornwood, strung with a thick rope.
A bow? A bow? What the gut-sucking good is a bow? bow you need to carry around on a cart. You'll never get arrows big enough for a start. Not using arrows.
And with that, Bruglod began to lash the gigantic bow to the framework.
Using rocks. Whoever heard of shooting rocks from a bow? Have you been drinking the lamp oil again? Ah, you'll see.
And Bruglod dragged out the final piece of the structure. It was a beam of wood, almost 15 feet long, with a huge metal hand at one end. He fitted it to the structure, then tied the hand end to a winch at the other end of the frame.
Here, give us a hand, Chief.
The hand, attached to the wooden beam, slowly descended as the two orcs worked the winch against the pull of the bowstring. Next, Bruglod staggered out of his cave with a large rock, which he put in the hand.
Now, watch this.
Bruglod then cut the rope holding the arm to the winch, and the pull of the bowstring snapped the arm up. The rock flew through the air, landing some distance away with a crash. The assembled orcs murmured in awe. Graglug scratched his head, speechless.
Saw some humans using one once. Mangle something or other, they called it. What you reckon? Could be handy if you can get some boys to work it. What's it called again? Man-Mangler. That's near enough. It's what it'll do anyway. Yeah. Nice one. Got another job for you, too. You can get that rock out of my hut and rebuild